Everyone loves enjoying a simple, chewy, warm M&M cookie, but not everybody knows how to make one. Well, today you're in luck because I'm going to be showing you and teaching you how to make the perfect M&M cookie. So before you get started, make sure you have all your ingredients, which includes 2 1/4 cup of flour, 2 cups of M&Ms, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 2 eggs, 3/4 cup of brown sugar, 3/4 cup of regular sugar, and 2 sticks of butter. After you have all of your ingredients, you're going to preheat your oven for 375 and line your cookie sheets. It doesn't matter how many you do as long as you have one. That will work. And then you're going to take 1 medium bowl and add all of your dry ingredients such as the flour, the baking soda, and the salt. And then you're going to set this flour mixture to the side for later. A separate bowl now, we are going to be adding our butter, brown sugar, sugar, and vanilla, and you can use a hand mixer or just a whisk. It doesn't matter, whichever you have and want to use. And make sure your 2 sticks of butter are melted. Then you add the regular sugar, the brown sugar, and the teaspoon of vanilla extract. And you're going to combine this until it's nice and fluffy. Make sure to use a spatula to scrape down your sides while making the cookie dough so all of your ingredients are evenly combined. Once your butter and sugar and vanilla is mixed together, you're going to be adding your 2 eggs and mixing that until the eggs are well combined. Your eggs are evenly combined into it. It should be light and creamy and fluffy like this. And then what you're going to want to do is switch your mixer attachments. So this one is the whisk on right now, but you're going to want to switch it to the paddle. But if you're doing by hand, you don't have to worry about this. Just make sure to use a spoon instead of a whisk now. And then you're going to take your flour mixture from before and slowly add it in, but not all at once. At the end of this, if your cookie dough isn't like super doughy, you can always add a little bit more flour, or you can place in the fridge for 30 minutes to let the dough kind of stiffen up. When your dough is all mixed together, you're going to take the paddle attachment off if you're using a hand mixer, and you're going to add your 2 cups of M&Ms. And we're going to mix this by hand. After you have your cookie dough, which should look like this, you're going to take your cookie sheets with parchment paper on from before and scoop the cookie dough out onto the sheets. I have cookie scoops, but you can also just use a spoon, and I'm going to do 2 rows of 3. This is for regular size cookies, but if you're using smaller cookie scoop, you can add more cookie dough onto the sheet, or for larger cookies, just make sure to use less dough on the sheets so they don't bake together when they're in the oven. After your cookie dough is scooped onto the sheet, you can put in the oven for about 9 to 11 minutes, or until the cookies are golden brown on the top and the edge. Once your first batch of cookies are in the oven, you can start working on your next batches, and if you don't want to make all the dough at once, just scoop the dough out and put it in the freezer to make for later. In 10 minutes, you can take your cookies out of the oven and they should look golden brown like this, but make sure to wait 10 minutes before eating them or putting them into an airtight container, because they will be too soft that they'll fall apart. Here is the finished product of what the M&M cookies should look like after being done. Just remember to follow the steps clearly, and you should have no problem making the perfect M&M cookies.